Good morning. Well, now, aren't we grand? Here I am. I thought I'd try it this way. And let me see if people can see properly because the other way it was only sort of getting, a side view. And if you looked at it on anything other than a phone, it was quite sort of black on both sides. And so I thought, you know what, I'll try landscape today. Aren't I grand for knowing the terms? And I have my little stick, that's what he said, to hold up the phone so that, I can reduce the visible signs of aging. And so here we are now. What a fantastic day. I don't know why I've been so late and decided that I'll start the live video on a hill. I must have been off my head, evidently, or thought I was hello, far, yeah, you wouldn't know, but I had a cake on my head. God, we were in a wedding party. I thought I was far fitter than I actually am. So anyway, if I'm a bit winded, that's why, darlings. So let me just show you where I am. Hold on. Here we are. We're in the Golds, naturally, and this is the hill I'm walking up. Aren't I marvelous? So it was a week ago today that we had the show, and it was a fantastic success. It was well received and people enjoyed it, thank God. And it was one of these things that when you work so hard at something, you're relieved when it's over, and that was me. And so, and then I got messages that, okay, Sheila, you're not in a race, honey. There's no prize. You're not going to get a yacht for getting to the top of the hill faster. Slow down. That's a little bit of self dialogue you're all privy to. I got the messages that some people didn't have the a link and couldn't get the link, couldn't get in on Yap City. And so they asked, Sheila, can we buy the link still? And I had made it so that you could watch it until Monday night. But if people want to buy the link still, you can certainly either go to SheilaWilliams.ca or the Yap City link that I have on uh, wherever, Facebook. I'll put it at the end of this video. And you can still buy a link. It's still only $10. Those people who bought a link last week, it's over for you. Sorry about that. But if you still want to watch it, then, drop me a line and I'll make sure that that's available to you. Saw Marie Conroy just now. She said, Sheila, honey, I wasn't able to get in. I said, no, darling, that's all right. Send me a message and $10 with it, honey, and you'll get in. And so anyway, here I am in the Ghouls now, and it is gorgeous. You know what? I'm going to say it's the best day of the year, and I don't think I'm wrong in that. The other day, I saw that Toronto had received several centimeters of snow. I, I wanted to take a moment and feel pity for them, but I didn't have it in my heart. And so, because I was too concerned about when I should take my snow tires off. So, I'm sure it's gone. Soon they'll be lording over us that they're getting 35 degrees, and all this. So I'm sure they can make do. And I thought, you know what? What a fantastic day. Here we go. Beautiful. And I'd put that up toward the sun, but I know that's one of these things that people do. And so last week when I had the show, I talked about all those people who saw the show, who were watching all over the world. And I missed a few people, they told me. I missed people in Kentucky and in Oregon and in Saskatchewan. They do like me after all. Oh, God bless them. So, anyway, wherever you're watching today, let me know because Hayden Kellaway from BC is always chiming in. So, thank you for that. And so, wherever you are in the world, tell me, if you're down on Heffernan's Line or out in Placentia, wherever you are, give me a little message. And, I wanted to share with you a story. Mom, years ago, when we'd go to, I was thinking about, aren't we grand? Years ago, when we go to the dentist, after the dentist, Mom would always bring us to McDonald's because McDonald's came on Topsail Road. That was the very first one. And that's a very big deal for us. And we thought, oh my God, it's French fries and they're doing them so quickly. And so anyway, Mom said, afterwards, she said, darling, we'll go to McDonald's. And so, Mom, we're just ordinary people, regular. not grand at all. We can be grand. We can put on the dog if necessary, if the situation calls for it. And so Mom thought McDonald's was one of these times. And so Kelly and I were sat in the front, and it was actually only Kelly and I. Jody sometimes came, and all of us would get in the great big car. So Kelly and I were sat in the front, and Mom got up to the window and she said, "Gosh." Now, this wasn't like Mom at all. She said, "Gosh, I'll have two regular cola." And so Kelly and I looked at her then and looked at each other and started mocking and said, "Gosh, two regular cola, two French fry, and two hamburger, a regular hamburger." And so the woman said, "That's however much." And we were skitting and laughing. And Mom said, "Now listen here, buddy. You get out and you mark a rock and you put the date on it, and you'll know this was the last time you came with me to McDonald's." And I said, "Mom, boy, we were only joking. And she said, "No, no, I'm sitting next week back again." God love her. She was firm, but didn't really stand fast to it many times. Thank God, because we love McDonald's. And so anyway, before I leave today, because I don't know how long I go on for, I can go on quite a bit, and I'm sorry for that. But before I leave today, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and we were talking about hope. And this story really bears repeating, or it's really a question for you as you go into your day. Ask yourself, what is the difference between a woman in church and the woman in a bathtub? And the difference is the woman in church has hope in her soul. Mm, You sounded out. God is open. Yeah, all right. God love you. Get your ticket. I'm going to sell them still. Love to you.